Hello, welcome to Chatting with Ashley. Today, we're talking about Thanksgiving and holidays and being with family and how sometimes it feels like that should be really good and it ends up being super triggering. Holiday seasons come with a lot of pressure, a lot of unfulfilled expectations, a lot of hopes and plans that maybe just don't work out for one reason or another. I know logging into my social media and seeing everyone posting all of the great things happening with their family used to really trigger me. So I have some thoughts, some tips for you as we go into this holiday week. First, acknowledge the truth. Remember your perspective and keep it real so that you have correct expectations. So for example, when in the scriptures, we learn that when Adam and Eve were kicked out of the Garden of Eden, they were sent to the lone and dreary world. Maurice Harker teaches that part of the scripture is to help set the expectations of how this world is going to go. It's not meant to be depressing or pessimistic. It's meant to go, hey, just so we know, the expectations of this world are that it is lone and dreary. And when we have an experience in this world that matches that, then we know, oh, that's what I was expecting, so it's going to be okay. But we take our reality and we go from there. So coming into this holiday season, assess your reality. Are you visiting in-laws and it's going to be a little uncomfortable? Are you visiting your own family and it's going to be a little uncomfortable? Do you have plans and you're worried that your spouse isn't going to be able to fulfill those plans? Do you have people coming to visit and you feel like you don't have very much control about how that situation is going to go, and there's kind of a big question mark over if it's going to be okay? Assess your situation and identify those things that are going to be triggers, and then prepare for them. The best part about holiday triggers is that they happen every year, and we can prepare and we can kind of reclaim those holidays for ourselves. My favorite way to prepare is with an emergency self-care kit. Now, we talked about self-care during church and having quiet things in your bag or things on your phone that you can just kind of scroll through. But my emergency self-care kit, when I'm not at church, looks like this. And it has a number of things in it, but it's the same basic concept. Using my 5 senses to help my amygdala calm down and my prefrontal cortex turn back on so that I can feel safe, I can feel grounded, I can feel connected, and I can go from there. So 5 senses is what we're looking for. My first thing in my emergency self-care kit. Now, this one was actually a gift that my friend gave to me a couple years ago when I was going through the worst year of my life. She gave me this self-care kit, and she bought me a box of popcorn. So this is my taste because I love some popcorn. And she gave me some pampering things. So there's a bath bomb and a mud mask. So that's my touch. And she gave me, I've got in here some headphones for my sound. So no matter where I was at, I'd be able to plug these in. Now I have my AirPods, right? But some headphones so that I can be listening to something uplifting, whether it's my favorite podcast or my favorite music or just white noise and rain to give myself a break for a minute. I've added my favorite scent from, I told you guys about this one in the church one too. My favorite hand sanitizer scent because I love the smell. So that's my scent. And then to look at, she gave me this little book. It says Life is Good on it. And then inside are a series of quotes that she knows I love and some fun pictures of us together. So as I look through it, I just kind of smile. So this is my site. So when I'm finding myself triggered, when I'm overwhelmed, when the food isn't on the table and everyone's in the kitchen and there's chaos and I'm beginning to feel that shut down, I'm beginning to feel that trigger, when maybe I have an argument with my spouse and now I've got to go and pretend to be okay, I use this to give me a minute, right? This is my emergency self-care kit. So take stock of where you're at. accept the reality of the parts that's going to be hard, the parts that are going to be triggering, and then prepare for it, because you've got this. You know it's coming. You know the trigger is going to be there, and you have the chance to reclaim this holiday season to be something that's positive for you. And the best way to do that is by taking care of yourself in those moments when you're triggered. Leave a comment letting me know what you would include in your emergency self-care kit. Or if you have any other questions or comments, things that we should chat about, let me know. I'd be happy to address them. And then subscribe. Oh, I can't leave this one without mentioning our class that starts on December 10th. So if you're supporting a loved one who's in a relationship that's dealing with addiction and betrayal trauma, we've got a class coming for you. We're going to be teaching some incredible things, including self-care kits, getting through holidays, and working with those kind of tricky, triggering situations. So I'll see you in class. Remember, you're not crazy and you're not alone.